Imagine a power unlike any other, the Roman Empire, a civilization that stood as a beacon of strength and innovation for centuries. A civilization that stretched across continents from the windswept coasts of Britannia to the sun-baked sands of Egypt. Millions lived under Roman rule. Their legions were unmatched, feared by enemies far and wide. Their engineers, architectural wizards, crafted wonders that still inspire awe today. They built roads that lasted centuries, connecting the vast empire like veins in a living organism. Their aqueducts, marvels of engineering, brought water to bustling cities, sustaining life and growth. But even giants can fall. The mighty Roman Empire was no exception. The Roman Empire, in all its glory, did not last forever. Its bustling marketplaces and grand forums are now silent ruins. How could such a mighty empire crumble? What forces conspired to bring it down? The story of Rome's fall is not a simple one. It is a complex tale of decline and decay. It wasn't one battle lost or one city sacked. It was a series of events, a cascade of failures. It was a slow decline, a gradual unraveling of a once great civilization. Like a tapestry, threads pulled one by one until the whole thing unraveled, leaving behind only remnants of its former glory. It's a story of internal decay and external pressure. A tale of political intrigue, betrayal and relentless invasions. A tale of human ambition, greed and the struggle for power. The fall of Rome is a lesson in the fragility of even the mightiest of empires. The Roman Empire, for all its strengths, had a fatal flaw itself. Corruption was rampant, seeping into every corner of the administration and society. Politicians were more interested in personal gain than the empire's well-being. They engaged in endless debates and secretive deals, prioritizing their own wealth over the needs of the people. Greed became a disease, spreading through the elite. The wealthy indulged in opulent banquets and amassed treasures, while the empire's resources dwindled. The once feared Roman legions, weakened by constant infighting and a lack of resources, became a shadow of their former selves. Soldiers, demoralized and underpaid, could no longer defend the empire's vast borders. The economy, once the envy of the known world, sputtered. Inflation soared and trade routes became perilous. Markets that once bustled with activity now struggled to survive. The cost of basic goods skyrocketed, making everyday life a struggle for the average citizen. People found it increasingly difficult to afford necessities. The gap between the rich and the poor grew into a chasm. The elite lived in luxury, while the common people faced poverty and hardship. The common people, burdened by taxes and struggling to survive, lost faith in the empire that promised them prosperity. Disillusionment spread, weakening the very foundation of Roman society. While Rome was busy tearing itself apart from within, dangers loomed on the horizon. Tribes from beyond the empire's borders, often called barbarians by the Romans, sensed weakness. These tribes, like the Goths and the Vandals, were hungry for land and resources. They saw a chance to seize what Rome had built. The once impenetrable Roman borders, weakened by neglect and a lack of manpower, began to buckle. Waves of invaders crashed against the empire's defenses. The Roman legions, spread thin and demoralized, struggled to hold back the tide. The empire, once a symbol of strength and order, was now vulnerable. When leaders fail, history remembers the great Roman emperors, Augustus, Trajan, Marcus Aurelius. But in the empire's twilight years, leadership was often lacking. Weak emperors, more interested in luxury and intrigue than governing, failed to address the empire's growing problems. Poor decisions compounded the empire's woes. Constant civil wars, fueled by power struggles between rival claimants to the throne, drained the empire's resources and left it vulnerable to outside attack. It's a stark reminder that even the mightiest empires are only as strong as their leaders. Rome's echo a legacy in ruins. The Roman Empire, once a beacon of civilization, eventually crumbled under the weight of its own grandeur and internal strife. In 476 AD, the last Roman emperor, a teenager named Romulus Augustulus, was deposed by a barbarian general named Odoacer, marking the end of an era. The empire, at least in the West, was no more, leaving behind a legacy of ruins and memories. But Rome's legacy lived on, transcending the fall of its political power. Its influence can still be seen today in our cities, our buildings, and our cultural practices, our language, our laws, our architecture. All bear the indelible imprint of Roman influence, shaping the modern world in countless ways. The story of Rome's fall is a cautionary tale, a reminder of the fragility of even the mightiest empires. It teaches us that even the greatest civilizations are not immune to decline, and that vigilance is always necessary. It reminds us of the importance of strong leadership, unity, and the need to address internal problems before they consume us, just as they did Rome. Rome may be gone, but its lessons resonate through the ages, echoing in the halls of history and in the foundations of our modern world.